If you're in payroll, benefits, or compliance, you know how quickly those headaches can pile up. But with Deal, it doesn't have to be that way. Deal PEO makes hiring in the U.S. simple.
And right now, you can get up to 3 months free. Just head over to deal.com/workdefined. That's DEEL.com/WRK defined. Welcome back, folks. This is another episode of It's About Payroll. We got a great season in review, season 14. Can you believe it, sir? What is going on,
man.
Walt?
Season 14,
Season
another
14,
episode.
bro.
Almost to 200 episodes. We'll be at 200 episodes by the end of, close to 200 episodes by the end of the year.
Yes.
And yeah, man. So I'm looking forward to it, man.
Me
This
too.
is exciting stuff, man.
Yeah, me too. And we got something really special lined up for episode 200 as we approach that. I'm excited about that, man. What's good with you, man?
Nothing much, man. Like, well, everything's
good.
You know?
Hey, yes.
Everything's good.
Yeah. I love that you changed that, bro. Word up.
Yeah, bro.
No doubt.
Yeah, it just hit me today when we were talking. I was just like, you know what? Like, because people say nothing much, and it's just subconsciously because it's just like,
you programming.
But everything's good. Yeah,
that's right.
Everything's good.
That's
man.
right.
So, yeah. How about you?
Not much. Everything's good. You see, it's that reprogramming, bro. And it's so Walt and I have always been on this positive, getting better journey, right? Since I think that's what helped us click when we first met. Just wanting more for ourselves, wanting better, wanting more, wanting different, like just growth and things like that. And very recently, we came across this speech, and it's just really positive affirmations, or it breaks down, and it's really is by Napoleon Hill, and I read his book Think and Grow Rich back in the day, and if y'all haven't read it, read it. It's a great read. It's short, and he really went into how prayer is really auto suggestion, right? And one of the things he says in this speech is, each time I pray, I rewire my subconscious, right? And that was something that I just came to realize, that our subconscious is only 5% are active, or our consciousness rather is 5% active, and 95% sub and unconscious, right? So we're changing the way we talk. We're changing the way we think. And like what it equates to is, some folks have heard of the Secret. There's a book out there called The Secret.
Yeah,
right.
Secret,
and just positivity, you know what I mean? And what you put out, you get back. And if you say, just like you said, nothing much is good, then you know what? The subconscious is gonna be like, oh, nothing much is good. This guy doesn't want much. So let's keep delivering that.
So you're saying like, what's good? Because there's no, because yes, you mean like, hey, like how's it? How are you doing? Or what's going on?
Right.
What's going on? And like nothing much. But it doesn't equate to that, right? It's just like, okay, like when we say what's good,
everything is good. I love that. I love that, man. Yep.
Yeah, bro.
And like another one, how we say, like, people, I hope, and I hope. Nope, don't hope it. Just know it. It will be. Right. We don't wait for better days. We create better days.
Yeah, we create them.
Right.
Yeah, we operate in them. Walk in them.
Yeah, man. So we just keep doing that. Yeah. So I was excited about this episode because we not that I don't love guests, but we just haven't had a just a kind of a free, we have something to talk about, don't worry, folks, but just like a non-guest episode in a while. And
we don't get us wrong. We love our guests.
Yes, absolutely. No, come on, don't get that crazy. But like talking smack without worrying, about keeping the guests or like, taking their time up. Like I'm very sensitive of their time and their effort. So like, I just wanted more of a free form, like, oh, we can talk smack, talk about this season in review. Exactly. Financial fitness. I don't want to forget about financial fitness. I always want this to be a part, even if we have one thing. And for this show, right, I really want to make sure we're giving advice to the payroll pro. What can you do to save your company money? The financial fitness. So for payroll pros, there's a bunch. You got any off the top of your head? Any tips?
No,
company money. No. Well, now I'm drawing a blank. But
okay. So like, there's different things you can do.
Just
like,
one.
how's your So okay, so shipping, right?
Ooh, yes, good one.
Your
Yes.
courier, like, are you using one standard courier? So let's just say, are you using FedEx for all your locations if you have multiple
Yep.
locations, depending on how your setup
Mm-hmm.
is, right? And or are you using different like local couriers for certain
That last mile.
cities, states?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yep.
so that will save you
Yep.
maybe save you some
Yep.
coin, right?
Not only that,
Potentially. So,
how about no shipping at all? How about get
yeah,
to a point where you're not having to deal with shipping, and really the solve for payroll is really on the onboarding, right? Because we always talk about how because you really need to 100% try to mitigate it or eliminate it is like on new hire. You have to say, okay, hey, it's pay card, it's direct deposit or direct deposit via pay
yeah,
card or via the traditional direct deposit.
yeah.
And now we have like kind of a third player in there, the Chimes of the world, the Cash App. You can get direct deposit, the Cash App of the world, which are not actually. Well, I guess they do have a banking. I guess that is now they are a bank. I guess,
Yeah.
and right. So like we have now that third option where it's not a traditional
So just
bank.
consider online bank.
Right.
So, totally 100%
100%,
online
no
bank.
no brick and mortar. That's which is the
Yeah.
downside. So it's like if you need cash, you got to find. I don't even know how you would do that. Are you able to get
They, they,
cash?
they have certain
ATMs
ATMs
that
in their
are
network.
okay. There. Oh,
So
so it's yeah.
I think some of them like are those green dot
Yeah,
ATMs that might be at CVS
right.
or
But it's in
Walgreens,
the
those type
network.
of things.
So
Yes. Mhm.
point is, if you want to try to save the company money, look at the shipping and
Yes.
look at it. What can you do based on what Walt just said, based on what I just said, and that's a good way to do it.
Hmm.
Like folks always talking about, and we do this because folks always say they always
Hmm.
say, oh, payroll is just an expense and HR is a back office expense and blah 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 blah. Well, not necessarily. We can find ways to help you save money. And that's what the financial fitness is about here and now on the show. We're always going to drop a little tip for
Hmm.
y'all. Other than
Yeah.
that, what you got for us on the round the pay horn here for some news?
So I saw this commercial about Paycom,
Hmm.
and they had James Marsden in it.
Who is that? You
Um,
said it last time like I should know.
you know who it
I'm
is.
sure
Like,
I know his face.
he's been in like a lot of different movies. The only one that's coming to mind, he has so many other good
Oh, I'm going to look
movies
him up.
out there, but he was Cyclops in
Cyclops
X-Men.
and X-Men. Cyclops and
Yeah,
X-Men. Okay.
like
I don't
the
really
first, I think the first Cyclops,
Mars.
like from movie.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
I know
he
this
was the
guy.
president. He was the president in that show, The
Yes,
Paradise.
yes.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh my God, he was in the
yeah,
Notebook.
yeah. He was. Oh, yeah,
The
good
classic
movie
the
too.
classic romance movie,
The Notebook.
The Notebook. Yeah.
Yeah, he
Got
had a
it.
lot of good movies,
Okay.
man. But he was, I guess, he was the CEO or the owner of a
He was
company in the
playing
commercial.
in the commercial. Okay, got it.
Yeah, he was playing that part, and he was walking around, and everybody was just like enamored by how, or just so mind blown by how he knew everybody's information, right? So,
Mm,
but he was walking around like speaking into his phone on the Paycom app or site and saying like, "Hey, I want." Like, tell me about this employee. Tell me about that employee, and then he was telling them like, "Hey, happy anniversary," or "Happy this," or "Hey, you did a good job on this," or whatever. And
very
so
cool.
that's kind of what it was. And so when I saw that, it automatically sparked the idea, the memory about how you said on that episode we did
With
many
AI.
months ago,
Yeah.
like if I could have a wish
Yep.
list, I would want to like voice command into, to tell AI to do this for me,
Yep.
to do that for me, to do this for me. I mean, I think yours goes a little bit
Oh yeah,
deeper
because
even
more
than
on the
that.
payroll side. That's more on like the HR
Yeah,
side, employee engagement.
yeah,
My stuff is
yeah,
like HR. I mean payroll. Like, hey, run this
yeah.
payroll register. What I mean?
Yeah, but I think it's going to be great for it because I
Calculate this
think right
batch.
now, yeah, it said right now, I think there's different levels. From what I can see, I need more information on it,
Hmm.
but from what I can see, there's executives, managers, and employees that can all use
Oh,
it.
okay. Oh, for
Um,
sure.
you know, yeah.
Access
So like,
permissions, right? Like what you're privy
yeah,
to,
mhm,
right?
yep.
And by team. So
So
you can't
yeah,
go ask about somebody else's teammate. You just can ask about yours. CEO can get
yeah,
everybody.
yep.
That makes sense. That's dope, man. No, we did a demo with Paycom recently, and they had a lot of. I'm not surprised by the AI that they're advertising, because they showed us a bunch of different features as far as AI. But again, thing is, payroll, that we're not really impacting payroll in a meaningful way for payroll processors.
Okay.
We can venture to say, oh, payroll, like, so what I told the guy in the demo, the salesperson in the demo, I said, yeah, I know your commercial, and I got a bone to pick with you. And he started laughing right away, and I was like, employees are not doing payroll, bro. He's like, no, I know, and da da da. But
Oh, okay.
right, because the commercial will have you think that employees can do their own payroll. And maybe
Okay.
we got to talk about that one day, is like how many different angles people see payroll, right? Because like, my wife is nearby. My wife thinks she does payroll too, but she does it from a manager's perspective by clearing all the earning codes and the time, and it's a part of it, but that's the
Yes.
pre-payroll process, right? That's the manager's angle, right? And so the employee in that commercial is doing something very different. They're clearing their missed punches and their error, whatever, and they're submitting, whoever knows, but it's only through the time card and maybe some payment, who knows, but it's very from the pre-processing perspective, right? That
Yep.
information then comes to a payroll pro, and we synthesize all that, organize that, validate that data, process that data into something that looks like a check, right?
Yes, sir.
So it's and the point is, AI hasn't gotten there yet.
Hey, this is William Tincup. Listen, we did a series for iSolved called Heroes of HR, where we talk to HR practitioners. And these are just your run-of-the-mill, everyday, slogging it out, 300 employees in Cedar Rapids HR pros. Mostly it's centered around iSolved and what they do with iSolved, but also they talk a lot about kind of the day-to-day rigor of HR. If you're curious about that, search for Heroes of HR wherever you get your podcasts. Thank you.
Yeah, I think it's on its way.
Oh yeah, right. We heard recently another demo where they're saying that they have it kind of in on the auditing, where they might pick up anomalies. And I don't know if that's AI. That might still be automation, right? Because there's that conversation of, companies are now just calling AI or automation AI, right? We've had automation for 40 years. Like, and they right, they just go, let me apply it here, and it's AI now.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see. I think we're gonna really see a launch in the payroll industry where it just rapidly changes.
Yes,
and we're gonna transform into those payroll pilots overnight.
Yep, you're right. Because the R&D departments are going crazy right now trying to figure it out, right? And I would love to see if we could find one of them, like, to work with and like consult on and peek behind the hood here, and and be like, ooh, we know what's going on. You know what I mean? Because they definitely working on it. And shoot, and I was telling you, I was reading an article yesterday about AI and how it's impacting software as a service, SaaS products. And they're like, the debate is it going to impact SaaS products or is it not? And the reason why it's a conversation now is because the most recent version of ChatGPT can log into apps for you. So now you don't have to open the app. You can just log in through chat. And now chat is starting to become a dashboard of sorts. So there's a concern there, because if it can access the data and the information to what's happening, it might be able to mimic and replicate that process and functionality, and all of a sudden you don't need the app anymore. Your chat will do it for you, or the AI will do it for you. So there's a lot of, I love where we are. I've always dreamed of being in a pioneering, revolutionary place in business. And we are there. And with payroll, right? And we're there with what we do best. So that's even more.
It's an exciting time. Yeah. It's an exciting time to be in payroll, to be a part of this industry. And we're gonna see what happens, man.
Yeah, for sure. So my article is man, I heard there was like big when we had Jim on, and he's like the layoffs, and I was like, what layoffs? And I didn't even really know. I heard of it, but I didn't know if they were still talking about the same ones that back when what's his name, Elon was laying everybody off.
Yeah.
So anywho, as it becomes more real and every companies are getting hit, and I was in New York for the weekend, and flying, I had bought some New York papers that like newspapers a Sunday, so I went and got like some breakfast stuff, and I was bought the Sunday paper, and it was that a tradition that I used to do a lot there. I don't do it here. I don't know why, but it was something that I was like just hit me. Anywho, got the New York paper. I was reading it.
Nostalgia.
Yeah, it was nostalgic. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was reading it on the plane ride back, and so I came across an article that just said it's a layoff survival guide, and it just basically it says steps to take before and after the loss of a job. It goes into things, but so it says before you get laid off, get organized. The minute you get wind of a possible layoff, start readying your finances, medical needs, and personal belongings. If possible, cut back on spending, save up to 3 to 6 months of living expenses, says Christopher Kays, the Department of Management Chair at George Washington University School of Business. Familiarize yourself with your state's unemployment laws and federal rules on notification, because if your company goes into an official RIF, they have to report it. They have to, list it with like government site. That's what it's referring to. So you could actually know before it comes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I don't know if I don't think they list people like who's getting laid off, but you may know before it actually happens at your company. Again, I don't know the rules specifically, but that's what it's saying. Get familiar with it. And this is from the Newsday, by the way, the New York Newsday. I don't know if there may not be a link, but that's why I'm putting it out there. Like if y'all want to look at it, it's in the Long Island business section. I was on Long Island when I got it, so the Long Island edition of the Newsday. So what else? Is understand your benefits, says Diana Brown, head of people for fintech company Eco. If you have a flexible spending account, you may want to use the funds before losing them in the layoff, she added, which is a really good call out. Make any health and dental appointments to use your coverage while you can. Very smart. Workers also might want to take home valuable personal items from their desk because you may not have a chance to when they lay your hands off. Yeah, I'm not trying to make light and funny of it. Please don't take it that way. I've been laid.
No, I've seen that happen. I've
It's,
seen when they escort somebody out of the building,
and that's you don't get a lot of change.
You don't have a tough time because you feel rushed
Yeah.
to try to get all your stuff, and then you don't check a drawer for this, and there's a picture of somebody in there or something that's sentimental or meaningful to someone.
Something else to think about also. What that made me think about is like the little personal things that we may save on our company computer, right? It may not be, I'm not talking about malicious stuff. Like, I saved my daughter's pictures from something, you know what I mean? Like one day I downloaded my daughter's dance pictures to my company website before I saved it to everybody. You know what I mean? Like little silly things, like not malicious, nothing like that. Just like stuff that you save there, like unwittingly, like not even realizing, oh man, wait, I got a bunch of stuff there. I need to copy off, email it to myself, right? Best practices: don't do personal stuff on your work computer, and definitely don't save stuff. That's the best practice. But think, it's especially if they don't have it locked down properly. If IT doesn't have it locked down properly, you're gonna end up saving stuff, and you don't think to move it off on a regular basis. I kind of doing it as on a regular cadence now, unfortunately, because it's just like that. I get into good habit because it happened to me, right? I don't like getting burned twice. So twice. I got burnt once, and I couldn't save all my stuff. I don't think I really lost anything, but still, I was annoyed that I couldn't look. So that was a good one. What else? What does it say here? It includes workers also might want to take home valuable personal. Okay, yep, access. Okay, digital address books. Yep. Correspondence items. Oh, so they do actually mention it. Correspondence or items workers may want to use for their portfolios. said Juliana Schroeder, an associate professor in the management of organizations group at University of California at Berkeley. Haas School of Business. Geez, how long is the name? But be cautious. You could be in legal trouble if you take assets belonging to the company. Thank you. That's exactly. Don't take their shit. Just take your shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, stay connected. It says keep your resume, professional profile, connections up to date. Experts say that's a great thing to do on a rainy day in general. Exactly right. We talk about that a lot too, like updating your resume on a regular basis in real
And,
time.
and look,
Go ahead.
yes, and I think that you should do it because you never know what's going to
That's
happen,
it.
right?
Yep.
Because at the end of the day, you may work for a great company, but we've all been through a recession. Most of us have been through a recession, especially those of us that are older,
Mm-hmm.
been in the workforce a little bit longer. We went through a couple of different things, bad economies and stuff like that, and I've seen layoffs occur.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Unfortunately, we're in
So,
payroll. We're part of them. We're part of it.
yeah, yeah,
What else? Stay connected. Resume. So it recommends workers join relevant job groups on social networks. Suggest connecting with colleagues who may be affected by the layoffs. Remember to keep
hmm
conversations off company owned services such as email and chats. Good idea. This can help create a support system for sharing resources later. You might find some people already banding together, she said. Network and apply. Connections often turn into jobs, Stonehouse said. So start conversations with people in your network who are employed by or know people of potential future employers, but do not make it public that you are looking for a job, he added. Act as though you're always on the market, constantly considering backups. Again, these are tips like if you know layoffs are coming, but you don't know if
yeah,
you kind of getting, this is proactive. So you don't want to be like, oh, I'm out looking for work. If you're laid off, you can jump on known opportunities, apply for new jobs before you're unemployed. It's going to take weeks or months to get hired. Yep. So you want to get ahead of it. So now then that
yeah.
was before you get laid off. Then there's some tips here for when you actually get laid off. It says take care of business, obtain and read all read through all of the layoff documents, experts say. This includes getting
Mhm.
details like your last day, any other terms or of separation. Ask your employer about health care, whether there is a severance package, and what information will be communicated to potential future employers. Kane said some
Mhm.
companies also offer counseling or access to staffing agencies. Yep. Stonehouse said if your employer doesn't offer outplacement support, check at local associations, community and government organizations, as they may provide resources. Brown recommends severance may also be negotiable from how long workers will be paid to when their benefits end. You can note how your package compares to others in your industry, Schroeder said, adding that it's good to have data to back it up. Look at that. Didn't even think about that. Before signing any official documents, workers may want to seek legal advice, especially if they think their decision was retaliatory or discriminatory or violates any employment agreement. Very good call out. Says Jeffrey Siminoff of Senior Vice President Workplace Dignity at the non for profit Robert F. Kennedy Human Rights. Document everything in case a legal issue arises later, Schroeder said. Remain calm. Don't let emotions get the best of you, experts advise. A big mistake people make is they take it personally and they have a poor reaction. They risk burning a bridge. That's a good call out.
Yeah.
Right.
There's a lot of good stuff in there, man.
And then the last part is after you get laid off, give yourself time. Emotional recovery after losing a job may take days, weeks, or even months. It took me months. One time, said Kays, give yourself permission and space and grace to grieve. Right. I added the grace part. They didn't say grace. Thought about you right there. You lose a piece of your identity. Yeah, you lose a piece of your identity, he said. So there's an emotional toll to that. Right. This resonates with me. I went into a bad place getting laid off recently. Anderson said, yeah, you had to deal with it. My bad, bro. Thanks for dealing with me. Anderson suggests unplugging and turning to your support network, maintaining the same schedule you had pre-layoff. Yep, can help with some of the negative psychological effects. Get up at the same time, get dressed, and continue with your workout routine. And I tell people all the time, it takes 8 hours a day to find a full-time job. So you
Yeah.
can't, if you're out of work, you have no excuse. You need to spend 8 hours per day, at least 7, right, with lunch. Strategize next steps. It may be a good time to consider whether you want to broaden your skills. If you have that luxury, go to school, take a class, get a certification, pivot into a new career. We need people in payroll. So there's a big push for us as payroll folks to really campaign for this because we need people in payroll. So I'm
Yes, sir.
looking, right? I'm starting to think of how can we actually attract some of these folks, tell them about payroll. Our book dropping soon will be one of those tools. Troy Markison's series, another one of those tools that people could share and say, hey, if you're interested in payroll, watch this series,
Mhm.
might be an opportunity versus a crisis. Whatever you do, pause before posting volatile messages on social media, which make feel good in the moment, but can cause problems later on. Very good note to add on. Don't let social,
Yeah.
don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, I really hate that we're going through that. Like you asked me recently, is anything really recession proof? And unfortunately, it's a hit or miss, right? I don't think there's no, I don't think there's any such thing as recession proof because something could happen that impacts that business. I don't think there's any one business that I can think of. Maybe there is something. I don't think so, but like I was telling my mom too. I was like, look, COVID really hit restaurants really
Mhm.
hard. Some
Yeah. It changed
closed.
it.
It changed the restaurant game, right?
Mhm.
Closed restaurants that were like iconic that they were just like, you know what? I'm done. This is my sign. I'm done. I'm selling. I'm out. I'm done.
It changed a lot of those places that had the human interaction,
Yes.
right? Where you had
Oh,
to interact to get a service, right? Barbers,
education.
salons,
Yes.
education,
Yep.
like those different things.
Hmm.
Like a lot of like small businesses were
Yes.
impacted.
Yeah. Now, the next wave is AI.
Abercrombie Kids knows how to make outfitting easy. Mix and match sets are their ultimate outfit hack for fall. Their sweatshirts and sweatpants are super cozy, and they always have the cutest colors and patterns. Shop fall's easiest outfit at Abercrombie Kids in the app, online, and in stores.
Is AI in that same? I don't know if no, it wasn't that article, but it was in the paper as well. Damn, it was a big name. I don't know if it was Amazon. Amazon. I feel like it was Amazon. Fact check me,
Mhm.
but not you, but anybody. I think they did a lot of layoffs, and they were kind of saying that AI is allowing us to gain some efficiencies in some administrative areas. You know what I mean? And they laid off thousands of people.
I think it was Meta.
Meta. Okay, thank you. So I knew it was a big. I know one of those big tech names.
It might have been
I
them
mean, it
too. It
might
might have
have
been
been.
all of them.
No, I mean, because they've been doing it for a while now.
Yeah.
So yeah, I hate that it's happening. I can speak from we've
Yeah.
both been there, right? It is what it
Mhm.
is. It happens. And look, you gotta rebound, right? You're not here to wait for better days. You got to create them because no one is
Yeah.
looking to create the better day for you. So
Wow.
right,
Yeah.
you got
I
to
just
create.
googled it, and there's a lot of
Lay
a
off
lot
a
of
lot of companies laying off,
companies on
right?
here.
It's a lot, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
even some payroll companies on here.
I would imagine. I'm
Yeah.
telling you. See what I told. See, I keep saying it. It's gonna. AI is definitely gonna impact the juniors, and even Anita Latink said it right. Like it's and probably many other analysts and minds and thinking thought leaders like her in other industries. Any repetitive task
Yeah.
that anyone can do can be replaced by AI. Right?
Yeah.
You got to
Yeah, man.
upskill, man. We got to upskill. We got to learn more. We got to keep doing more. We got to upskill. I feel like we're veterans are
Wow.
in a good place with payroll because if you've been doing payroll for a long time, it's a long time before they could replace folks like us with AI, right?
Mhm.
And then don't be a dinosaur. We're the ones who need to usher it in and help our companies bring it in and implement and test and do the things, right? We need to be the liaisons. We need to
Agree,
become
man.
the pilots. Don't be the one
You
that's
do.
like, oh, we don't need AI. No, we don't need it. No, no, no. Don't be a dinosaur. Like, you need to bring it in as a payroll pro, right? Start looking at how to learn and upskill. So,
yes, sir. All right, let's get into it,
let's
man.
get into it, man. Let me get.
We'll keep it short and sweet. You got.
Oh well, damn. Okay, 30 minutes. No, we're good. 30 minutes. We've been on a little longer, but we've only been recording for 30 minutes, so we're good.
Okay.
Not bad. I'm trying to get organized here.
Okay,
You want to start us off, bro?
Okay, so I got some questions here for us. 6 questions, and you can just, while you're getting your list ready, I'll read over the first one. What moment from season 14 surprised you the most? Either from a topic or something that you learned while recording.
Jeez, damn! I'm just looking at the season now, bro. It's we had some. This is one of the best seasons of guests that we've ever put together, and I mean,
all our guests have been
all
great.
of our guests are great, but there's some seasons where we only have a few, right?
Yeah.
This season, it's almost every episode that we got a guest here,
predominantly,
right?
guests. Yeah.
So, oh my gosh, this is amazing. Really, this is almost every it's every episode.
Yeah, literally.
I sorted by. I didn't do it for you on the doc. I sorted for me by season 14. I'm looking at this is every episode. Okay, no, 1, 2. No, Jody's unexpected career. No, yeah, no, 2 episodes that weren't with a guest out of how many episodes? Where's the count? 14. Yep, out of 14 episodes, only 2 didn't have a guest.
Yeah.
So from episode 164 to episode 13, so to episode 178. And look, and what I want to do real quick, I'm going to answer your question, but Michael Steen, Michael Ritzema, sorry if I pronounce it wrong, Michael, Max van der Klis-Busink, John Lee, Victoria Mattingly, Aaron Martin Part 2, Marshall, I forget his last name, Sanders Offner, Jody Cox. Then we had that Overpaid and Under Arrest, which was a great payroll true crime.
Did you say Tiana Neal?
Tiana Neal, where's she at? Oh, I don't have it. I guess it's not marked as 14.
Oh, okay, but we recorded with her. Is that we recorded with her, or did she record with us?
Oh, we might have recorded with her.
Okay.
Yeah. Where was that? Sanders Offner, Jody Cox, the true payroll crime, Dean Matthews, William Davis, Brent Skinner, Kira. Well, I'm blanking on Kira's last name. Rubiano, yes. How could I forget? And I mean, gosh. And then the last one we just was a kind of it was a recycled episode from the show that we do. It's about your paycheck, future of tipped earners. But holy moly, bro, this is star studded.
Yeah.
Just influencer studded payroll powerhouse.
You said the guys at Rain, Show and Aaron.
Oh, I forgot about Shohan, right? Because it wasn't just Aaron Martin. It was Shohan is also on that show with Rain. Aaron was at a different company when he came on the first time. Now he's at Rain, and he had Shohan on with us. I mean, what was? Oh, let me go back to it. What the moments that surprised you the most, either from a guest, a topic, or something you learned during recording? First of all, I learned from all of these episodes. I always learn something. What surprised me the most, topic or any surprises? I'll tell you what surprised me. Michael Steen, bro. This guy, I mean, you talking about smooth operator? This guy is cooler than the other side of the pillow. Like, I did not expect. And then, and I don't know if people know this, but Kira, I should have not did that. Sorry. Somebody told me later on that he did do some acting. Right? Because he gives me actor vibes. Like, he gives me like he should be in Hollywood vibes, right? So I think that was a big surprise. Like, whoa, who's this guy? You know what I mean? What about you?
I think like all the guests were in their own right were spectacular, right? Because we got to learn from so many different people. One of the things that I was so fascinated with is because I've never done trucking payroll.
Yes.
And I've never done, so that episode there was just like, It was so, because we learned so much.
And
He was just dropping so many different nuggets
yes.
about how truck and payroll works.
And we were
So
talking
for me,
about
I found that fascinating.
yes. And we
Yeah,
were talking about that for so long, about having like
yeah,
the very niche
industry
specialty,
specific.
yes,
Yeah,
payrolls on. And he was our first one. We talked about it a million times, but he was the first one to
hmm
come on and like really break it down for
we
us.
yeah we had reached out to some other people. It didn't work
Yeah.
out, and like, he was like you said, he was the first one to come
And
on. And
3 years later, 100 episode 165,
yeah,
So
so let me ask you
yeah.
this: what episode do you think resonated the most with our audience, and
Oh,
why?
I I couldn't call it, man. Like these are all. I have no idea, bro. Like that, maybe the analytics will show more than that,
Yeah.
because again, such good topics, and now, and I want to run through. So we had the trucking payroll. We had Max on for the second time because he published his book, The Global Payroll Manager. Do I have it here? No, the playbook, Global Payroll Manager Playbook. I'm still reading that. John Lee, he talked about his software that is kind of helps you with compliance if you're for remote workers. Victoria Mattingly, bro, like that one was a good one. I really liked. I think resonates maybe that one because I
Oh,
she
go ahead.
because I I didn't know what to expect,
Okay. Okay.
and I was really like the things that she said. What resonates with me from that episode is how she calls soft skills power skills.
Yep. Yep.
And by
Yep.
the way,
Yep.
Max calls them essential skills.
Yep.
So, but that I'm just learning now because I'm reading the book. So that's a look back. But from that episode, I love the way that, because soft skills could give a different connotation.
Yeah.
So Rain, the thing that came from me with that episode was how they have like financial wellness built into their app and things for employees to learn about financial wellness. Not just go ahead and use the product and use the service, but hey, if you want to get better with your money, we have some tools for you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Marshall was great. He has a very good, he's for more business owners, right? Where if you need money, if you're if you're coming short on payroll and you need to figure out how to pay your payroll, right? Because that's how most payroll true crime stories happen. It's the owners that
Mm-hmm.
don't want to pay their payroll tax because they running out of money and da da da. Marshall will help you as a company to get that. Sanders Offner, great business owner. Customer service is what I remember from him. Like they go above and beyond on the customer service piece. Jody Cox, come on, man. Jody Cox, like we
Mm-hmm.
love Jody. Like she is the co-founder of Payroll Support Network in the UK, and we love working with her. I consider ourselves a chapter of that charter. Like they are the founding fathers of this payroll support network, and we were honored to become a chapter in the US. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
I can go on and on about Jody. Overpaid and under arrest, like again, a great. Oh my God, what's happening? Damn, I didn't touch my computer. This shit went. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Overpaid and under arrest is just one of the, if not the best freaking talking point for payroll true crime. If you didn't
Mm-hmm.
hear it, it's episode 173. Go listen to it. Dean Matthews, another business owner that is just impressive and progressive. He's not afraid of progress and bringing new things in, and failing fast and things like failing fast is a key for all this whole season,
Yeah.
because right with just William Davis on leadership, the things that we talk, why 78% of Americans say leadership is broken and how to fix it. Brent Skinner, bro, we got into an AI conversation with Brent, and that took him down a rabbit hole. He reached out to me after and was
Mm-hmm.
like, what's that book you were talking about? I gotta read it. And
Mm-hmm.
and then, last but not least, certainly not least, Kira Rubiano, who is an absolute, I gotta chill here because I feel the emotion already, who is an absolute warrior and is an example of grit,
Mm-hmm.
perseverance, payroll.
Yep.
Yeah, there's nothing, I mean, holy moly. Go listen to
Yeah.
that. She's been through something crazy. She came back to work way before I thought she would. And that just goes to show you the commitment, the support system that she had. And you know what resonates for me, for her, she was like, yo, when people ask me how I was like, I'm not fine. I'm not fine.
Yeah.
Right. And that's
Yeah. She
honest,
kept
like,
it real.
right. Like
Yeah.
it's authenticity. Like people don't usually say that, oh, I'm fine. You know, she was like, nah, I'm not fine.
Mhm.
So, you know, what probably maybe that is what resonated the most with listeners, but they were they're so good. What do you think, bro? What do you think?
I mean, you kind of without all the episodes. I don't really
Still,
nothing I can add
what do you,
to it.
saw that, but that was, you know, your take on them.
So I agree with everything that you said about all the different specific episodes, like specifically answering the question.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know because I don't. I would have to see that we've gotten episodes that people commented on, like when you were speaking on Victoria Manley when she was talking about allyship and all those different things. We got a different type of response online on YouTube.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Right? There were a lot of like negative Neds and Nancys on there
That's true.
that didn't like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. So, it could vary.
Mm-hmm.
It could vary which platform we're looking at and which social platform we're looking at. So it could really, really vary. I think it was a good talking point for all those things. And if we could go back, I would be more than happy to go back to any of those episodes and revisit and go deeper into them if we could. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I would do that for any of them.
Yeah.
So let me ask you, like, so has this season like changed your perspective on payroll?
Yes.
Payroll leadership, has that evolved throughout this season?
I don't know about leadership. I feel like my perspective on leadership is always evolving. Definitely I came across during this time frame that quote, and I brought it up with William Davis in that episode about a manager does things right. A leader does the right things.
Right things. Yep. Mm-hmm.
And that resonates with me, right? And I'm just like, wow, that should help anyone define what leadership is, right?
Yeah.
And then William Davis said, you can be a leader at any position.
Yeah.
You don't have to be the leader to be a leader.
That's what he said. Yep.
Right.
Yep.
So that's big. But my perspective on payroll is also definitely constantly evolving through this show. Right. Like I tell people all the time, this show is a cheat code for us because our job makes us better at the show. The show makes us better at the job.
Yeah. It does.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. I definitely agree with you about that ever-changing perspective, right?
Yeah.
Because I've gone into like seasons in the past with one way of thinking in terms of payroll, and then get blown away by somebody else's perspective in the following season. And so it's always forcing me to think and challenge, the way I look at different things and how I process payroll.
Yep.
Right. And, and going back to what you said about those essential skills or those power skills and just just little reframing things like that. It's totally different. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Exactly.
So like that's it.
So the next one you got what's one behind the scenes story that listeners would be shocked or amused to hear? Do you remember one?
Do I remember one from this season? I think it may not be an actual episode, but it might have been like when we were doing some of the commercials or recordings for like,
my gosh,
like the little bloopers and stuff like that.
That was hilarious.
all the different cuts and stuff.
Yes.
I think listeners will get a kick at it.
And I forgot to ask our network partners, leaders about that too. He probably wouldn't even like being called leaders. Our network partners about it because we got a. Oh, you did the bloop reel too, right?
No, I didn't.
I thought you did it.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so we still got a chance because that was hilarious. What I can tell you though is if you ever get a chance to talk to Brent Skinner, not you, our listeners, he's really good at the behind the scenes talk. Like I don't know if it's a strategy he has, like if it's intentional, but I feel like it's intentional because He did it with me when I was on his show, and then he did it with us when he was on our show. And I'm like, this guy is I think it's intentional that he gets it going. I guess maybe he gets the engines going that way for like behind the scenes. Like we weren't recording yet, and he's getting into really good conversation. Yeah. As a rule, I don't know if the listeners know. As a rule, I do not like to pre-game the show. Right. Yeah. I think it's something that I learned from Wendy Williams. I don't know if anybody knows that from New York. She's she was national now, right? She had a show, she had a talk show. She's national. Unfortunately, she's not doing well mentally. She's like, but anywho, that was one of her rules. She apparently, like, she would get, when she got off the air, she wouldn't talk to the guests. She left it all on the air. So it's just something as we did this that I kind of took with me, and I was just like, oh, because I used to listen to her show a lot in New York, and she had the afternoon, and I would listen to her coming home. But anyway,
there's very little like coaching or prompting from us to the guests and stuff like that. We may ask them like, hey, what do you want to talk about, and then from that we get the questions together. We craft those different things and stuff like that. So man.
It's Payroll.
So looking ahead, Brian.
Get ready to turn up the volume on your HR game. I'm Jay Arnold, former musician turned HR leader and host of Backstage Pass, the HR Rockstar. Each episode pulls back the curtain on key HR topics, from leadership lessons and bold career pivots to the latest in HR tech and talent strategies, featuring the rock stars within their industries. If you're ready to shake up the status quo and amplify your impact, this is your all-access pass. You can catch the show on the Work Defined Podcast Network and wherever you listen to podcasts. Subscribe now, and let's rock the future of work together.
What do you want to explore more or do differently in season 15, if anything?
Yeah. Okay. The first thing it's a good question. The first thing that comes to mind for me is that I wanted, and I really we're going to do it eventually anyway for all our shows and stuff like that. But like something that we can do in real time, and it's really only because of ChatGPT. Well, I guess we could have done it, but it's more work if this is not our full-time gig yet. But, basically what I want to do is I want to take the transcripts from every episode, run it through chat, and get the key takeaways from each show so that we can share it and say, look.
Like we did before. Yeah, right?
Yeah. Oh, we did. See, that was a formal. Yeah, we did that on episode 100. We did that. Our first 100 episodes, we dropped all the PDFs of the keys. But see, like I think we can do it in preparation for this episode, the season in review, and just
we could.
Right, and talk about the key points and then leave it in the show notes for the season. So that's why I want to do that for season 15. Right. I want to put out more learning tidbits that we call them brain bites from the episodes, that so people can like just have access to it, so they don't have to listen to the show and they can still learn something if they want for Payroll. What about you?
No, I really like that idea. I would want to definitely get more industry specific payroll folks so they can talk about it, especially the unique industries, right? Get somebody to come on. We may have had somebody in the past talk about union payroll, but I want somebody who's like who can explain that
deep. They do it every day, right? They do it every day.
You know what I'm saying? Different things
like that. Well, they've done it for a long time. Yeah.
Construction payroll, like those different types of things, like those industry specific things. I would love to dive into those a little bit more.
You know who we
and the OBBB.
Oh, heck yeah. Oh, wait, somebody told me they're calling it OB3. So that you don't have to OBBBBBBB. You down with OBB? No, that's a good one. Oh my God. Oh God. So who might be, we gotta pick his brain. And Jim, if you're listening, because remember we had Jim on, but he's in the new season. Go peep that episode with Jim Cole from Check. What did it call? Check Technologies. But it's Check or Checks. I did the same thing on the show with him. I was like, is it Check or Check? I think he said it's Check Technologies. he was telling us about how some of their customers are really using the check system, which is an embedded payroll solution.
Yeah.
And they're creating the industry specific payrolls with the check technology. One of them, the ones that jumped out, is a coffee shop. So it's like,
Yes.
maybe we can have maybe he could help politic that, like, hey, you guys want to come on and tell us what you did different, like what's unique about it that you were able to do,
That'd be cool.
That would
That'd
be
real
awesome.
cool.
Yeah. Oh, because I wanted to go down that rabbit hole for sure.
Yeah.
Like I was,
Cool.
right. So I was like, whoa, what? So, and then, yeah, man, like we always say, just continue to get better, continue to deliver a great product for our payroll folks. Try to keep it shorter. We always shoot for 30 minutes, but I'm going to be at an hour in a second. I'm sorry, but it's a great, look, it's a season in review.
I was trying to speed you along.
I know, we haven't done a show just me and you in so long. You know what I mean? That's why I'm like, no, I'm talking.
I was just like,
I know. I have the game on. You need to put the game on while you do this so that you don't miss the game either.
All right, so let's get into it, man. This or that. So I got a this or that for you. Music edition.
We got for us. You got to do it too.
Yeah, okay. I am.
Okay.
So, all right, the 6 questions. We're going to both answer them as we go. All right?
Mm-hmm.
So, number 1, Frank Sinatra or Dean Martin?
I say Frank Sinatra. No shade to Dean Martin. Frank Sinatra's songs stick out more to me as a New Yorker.
My Way.
Yep, My Way, New York, but I don't know where to fly me to the moon and let me play, right?
Yeah, but Dean Martin, I love them both, man. I can listen to them both.
Probably, yeah. I'm sure he did some stuff I like too, but off rip, Frank Sinatra. So you say both?
Yeah, I both. I can listen to them both. I love old school.
Yeah.
I love those type of voices, man, they have. All right, number 2, Motown classics or 90s R&B?
I gotta say 90s R&B. I like.
Really?
Yeah, I like.
I thought you were gonna say both.
I almost. I wanted to, but not really, because I haven't listened to Motown classics recently. I listened to 90s R&B more frequently. Okay. Yeah, you say both.
90s, man. Yeah, I say both because
you probably do. Yeah.
Yeah, I listened to more of the oldies with my parents and stuff like that growing up, and my grandma.
I did too. But do you still listen to stuff now?
I mostly listen. I listen to a little bit of both, but like if I go to it, it's probably 90s R&B.
You see what I'm saying? That that's why I'm like, wait a minute, how do I decide here? Yeah. And it's easy because I definitely listen to some 90s R&B at least one day a week.
Gotcha.
Especially at work, like I listen to music a lot at work.
Gotcha.
Okay.
All right. Number 3, vinyl records or streaming playlist?
Streaming playlist.
For me, I like vinyl.
You have a vinyl player, and you be playing records.
Yeah.
You're something. You're something.
Yeah, you're something.
You're something.
Yeah, man. I love. For me, I love the sound of it. I don't know why. I feel like it's more crisp.
For sure.
And it's just like
for us, I think it's something nostalgic about it. There's something that brings comfort back, for us being over 40.
Yeah. And you can still listen to the newer stuff on it too, because you can get a vinyl from the newer stuff too.
You can. Yeah. All right. Next one.
Number 4. Would you rather go to a jazz lounge or a rock concert?
Jazz lounge for me all day. I feel like I know what you're gonna say. You go.
No, I would prefer like the jazz.
Okay. But you like rock. You listen to rock music though, right?
Like certain rock music. Okay. Like I like Dream On, Aerosmith. That's one of my favorite songs.
Okay.
Yeah.
I listen to soft rock a lot. Like.
Yeah.
80s shit. 80s rock.
You're not into death metal or anything like that?
No metal, no death. No.
You can't understand what they're saying?
Mm-hmm. I mean, no, definitely not. Yeah, if they're screaming and shit like that, like the most extreme, I think, rock that I like is Red Hot Chili Peppers, and I don't even know. Yeah, only because that Axl could get to screaming sometimes.
Yeah. All right, so would you prefer a slow dance ballad or Uptown Funk?
I'm gonna say both there.
Okay.
Yup, because I can definitely get in my feelings with both of them.
All right, there you go. All right, and then last but not least, Elvis Presley or Ray Charles?
Ray Charles all day.
Ray Charles, okay.
Yeah,
All right.
no, only because I didn't really. I know he was. I didn't get the lore for
Presley?
Yeah, I get that he's a good, definitely a big, some good songs, no doubt.
Yeah.
I just there's some stuff I didn't get, whereas Ray Charles are really, there's some songs that I still play and stuff like that. So,
Mhm.
I'm definitely. What about you?
I didn't answer number 5, so
Oh,
number 5
okay. Yeah.
it would probably be like both,
Yeah, right.
and then for number 6, man, I think Elvis has some. I'm a music person,
I know.
so
This is
like
good because I don't know what you were gonna say with this. I know you were gonna surprise me, so this is really good.
so like I would have to say both for
Yeah, I
me.
figured that.
Rachel, they're kind of both icons in their own right, in their
Absolutely.
own way.
Agreed.
You know what I'm saying? So like I would have to choose both.
Yeah.
And if I had to choose one, I may go with Ray Charles, but in this
No,
instance,
you
like
gotta.
Elvis Presley.
Yeah, because I
That's
honestly,
it.
like, I've never sought out any Presley songs to listen to. I
Gotcha.
have Ray on playlists, like, you know what I mean.
Gotcha.
So yeah, man, that was dope. Good stuff, man. Yeah,
All right, man. You want to end it with the quote of the day?
no doubt. Success consists of going from failure to failure without loss of enthusiasm. No doubt, by Winston Churchill. No
Yes,
doubt,
sir.
man. Yes, bro. And that has been absolutely the theme. Great, amazing, like, look, amazing way to end this episode, because that, like, really caps off the season. We're always in a season of growth, right? And there's different
Yep.
themes of that growth. And that has definitely been the theme for this growth, is that you got to get yourself to each through failure. And I think we talked about failing fast a lot on the season.
Yeah,
Like,
you
that
said
was like a
that.
kind of a
Yep.
recurring phrase. Somebody changed it recently. Instead of failing fast, it was something else, but I forget. But yeah, man, that's a great way to end it, yo. And no, let me
Yeah, no, bro.
stop talking everybody to death.
No,
Man,
you're
I
good,
missed it.
man.
Oh,
You're good.
we're right about at that hour mark.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's gonna cut down with everything. So
Not if I'm editing. No, I'm editing, but I don't. It ain't gonna cut down much, because
it'll be like 55.
I don't know, because sometimes, depending on the mood, I'm like, oh well, boop, posted. I don't know. Pete did that to me. He's like, I just posted unedited. I'm like, oh, and we're at this point where there's not much to edit out. But yeah,
Yeah.
with the uhs and ums, I do cut out uhs and ums, so that might bring it down below. So
Okay.
anywho, folks, we love you, man. Till the next time. Peace.
All right, y'all. Peace.
This episode is brought to you by LifeLock. It's Cybersecurity Awareness Month, and LifeLock has tips to protect your identity. Use strong passwords, set up multi-factor authentication, report phishing, and update the software on your devices. And for comprehensive identity protection, let LifeLock alert you to suspicious uses of your personal information. LifeLock also fixes identity theft, guaranteed or your money back. Stay smart, safe, and protected with a 30-day free trial at LifeLock.com/podcast. Terms apply.